The set was split in half. On one side, a throne made of fire with an all-knowing judge. Opposite him, a figure cloaked in darkness, his face hidden behind a swirling vortex of evil. The audience, a sea of faces from every age and background, watched intently as the two figures sized each other up. "Welcome to the show," boomed the host, his voice echoing through the vast courtroom. "Where today we have a special treat. The fate of humanity is up for debate. Let the facts speak." In the fiery throne sat Jesus, his eyes filled with compassion. Across from him stood Satan, his form oozing malice. The first question appeared on the screen. Do humans have free will? A murmur rippled through the audience. It was an age-old debate. Satan stepped forward, his voice dripping with scorn. Of course they do. They choose to defy God, to reject his laws. Look at the state of the world. Isn't that proof enough? He turned to Jesus, a cruel smile twisting his lips. You would agree, wouldn't you, Son of Man? After all, you preached about free will. You gave them the choice to accept or reject you. Jesus, however, remained unfazed. When it was his turn to speak, he didn't attack Satan. Instead, he looked directly into the swirling vortex and said, "They do have free will, but you forget, I am God. I know their choices before they make them. And I tell you this, not one of them would choose goodness if left to their own devices. They wouldn't seek me out. They wouldn't pray. They wouldn't love one another. Only I can set things in motion. Only I can draw them to me." His words hung in the air, heavy with truth. Satan scoffed, but the next question caught him off guard. Is sin a necessary part of the human experience? This time, Jesus attacked. Is this not obvious? Do I not make it clear? For what purpose are these earthly lives given? So that they might learn and choose to return to me. How can they learn without experiencing the opposite of what I teach? Just as light cannot exist without darkness, good cannot exist without evil. Satan sputtered, trying to find a loophole. But you tempt them. You allow them to be tested, to be enticed. I do, Jesus affirmed, for I know those who are mine. And in the same way, you tempt them to sin. You lead them astray because you know they will turn back to God. You revel in their suffering, take pride in their pain. Satan threw his head back and laughed, a sound that echoed with madness. So what is your purpose then? What purpose is served by this charade? Why do you pretend to be something you're not, to feel emotions you've never known? Taken aback by the unexpected attack, Jesus hesitated for a moment before answering. I am love. That is my purpose. To be the way, the truth, and the life. To show them the way back to me. To forgive them when they stray. To heal them when they're broken. This is why I came. Silence fell over the court as the two titans locked eyes. Finally, Satan broke the silence. And what happens when they don't return? What happens when they choose you? Then I rejoice, Jesus replied, his voice ringing with joy. For in their choice, I am proven right. In their love, I am glorified. In their obedience, I am honored. And even when they stumble and fall, I am there to lift them up again. For that is what I do. I am God. I am love. The gasp went through the audience. Could it be that simple? Could love be the answer to existence? Satan, however, was not finished. What happens to those who do not choose you? Those who reject your so-called love? Then I grieve, Jesus answered softly, for in their rejection I am proven wrong. I am dishonored. And because I am God, I must uphold justice. And for that I have a price to pay. More than hell was created so that they might be separated from me. And in that separation, I am accursed. My soul is poured out, my spirit is contorted in anguish, and my ears are deafened by their screams. The courtroom was silent. Even the host seemed stunned. Finally, Satan spoke, his voice barely a whisper. Are you sure? Are you sure they deserve this? The screen flashed the final question. Do humans truly deserve grace? Jesus and Satan stared at each other, each searching for the perfect argument, each wanting to win this cosmic debate. And as the celestial clock ticked down to 0, the screen flashed the answers. Humans do deserve grace. They deserve a second chance. They deserve forgiveness. They deserve love. Yes, they do. Suddenly, Jesus and Satan weren't the only ones debating. The entire courtroom was filled with voices. Cheers and applause mixed with boos and jeers. People were on their feet, arguing, some crying, others laughing. The host raised his hands for silence. That's all the time we have for today's show. Join us next time when we ask, does God really know best?